There are many reasons to be thankful in our Act 3. This is the time of life where we're finished with child raising, enjoying retirement, and exploring new possibilities. Who wouldn't smile at that? Dentist Steve Marsh is here with stories of those who have embraced their Act 3 and have the smiles to prove it. Right. So welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, Lori.
This being Thanksgiving weekend, we're focusing on people who are thankful for what their Act 3 is bringing, sometimes a new beautiful smile, right. And for many that could mean starting to date again.
Well, Lori, for people who are in this age group, sometimes I have patients come to me and say, I've lost a spouse, I'm divorced. It can be any number of reasons, or maybe never married, and they want the opportunity in this Act 3 to come back. So I'll show some pictures, a lot of befores and afters today. This is a woman who came to me, and even when we took our beginning pictures, she said to me, I don't even want to show you what my teeth look like. She had actually been a Golden Opportunity viewer and said, I thought you might be the person to go to. So the first thing is we wanted to reassure her that given the time and energy, finances, whatever, we could work with her, whether we did it all at once or in stages. You can see the teeth were very dark. She was actually divorced and wanted to meet people and said, I just won't even smile. So you can see something she was ashamed of. So in the lower teeth, Lori, in the before and after, all we did was some reshaping and we did some bleaching. We did Zoom whitening in the office and then gave her some trays. In the upper arch, we reshaped the tissue, we reshaped the teeth, and those are 4 porcelain veneers. She wasn't able to do more, so again, we said we'd do it when she's ready to move forward. But she wrote us a note that said it was the greatest thing, the biggest change she's ever done for herself in her life. Wow. And that was so gratifying to us because it was, in her case, life-changing.
Absolutely great. Some people in their third act find a new career. So they want a new smile to go with it, right?
Yeah, and a woman who came to me, she's a mid-level executive, if you will. She came to me and said, I need to go for interviews now. I had lost my job, and as you had suggested, she had raised her kids, and it was now her time. And so she came to me, and very similar to the last patient, what we did was in the lowers, we reshaped and whitened. We did that because, again, her big focus was she wanted to be able to smile and show beautiful front teeth. So she was actually missing a tooth, and the orthodontist had moved many years ago the tooth forward. It still didn't look good. So again, we did some gum reshaping. We did that with a diode laser. It was very easy. It took about 10 minutes, and then put porcelain veneers. And where the last patient did 4 teeth, in this case, she actually did 8 teeth. It looks like 6 that you see. And she then came to me about a week later and said, I got the job. And she said,
excellent.
I think it was the confidence I had in my smile that I had never had before. So again, very gratifying for us, very wonderful, something she gave thanks for.
All right. So, and sometimes it's actually an event that causes somebody to step forward.
Yeah, usually it's a wedding, class reunion. You're meeting people that used to remember you, and you want to have that really fresh and bright look. And so we'll show some pictures of that. So this is a woman who, very interestingly, her daughter was getting married and she was getting married. And that's the kind of thing we see now that we didn't used to see, all within a year's time. Again, this was a case where we did some gum contouring, used porcelain veneers on the upper. The lower looks like we did it with veneers. We actually reshaped them again, did bonding, very similar to those other cases. And so she said, and her daughter recently got married, she was thrilled with how her teeth looked in the wedding photos, and now she's looking forward to her own wedding. And her spouse, or her soon-to-be spouse, has beautiful teeth.
All right, so age is not a restriction.
Not a restriction, and our last patient is somebody who was going to a family reunion. This woman was in her 80s, and her daughter brought her in to me and said she took care of us, all of the kids. They all had advanced degrees, and she said she wants to look pretty for a reunion. They brought pictures of her when she was a young girl. Her teeth had opened up quite a bit, and we ended up using porcelain veneers across the front. For them, it was an investment, but one that both the mother and the daughter wanted to make, and it was her daughter's way of saying thanks to her mom for raising her and her brothers and sisters the way she did. Yeah. And she came to me, the mom, at the end of the thing and said, I was the star, I was the hit of the reunion. There were about 75, 100 people.
Wow.
She said, I was the hit of the reunion. And again, it had to do with her personality, but we like to think that the teeth played a role as well.
I think they do.
Thanks.
Your Act 3 could be your best act ever. So why not face it with a beautiful smile? For help, give Steve a call. His number's next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. next.